All right, I had to get my music turned off. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome here to the Megan Moose channel. If you are new here or if you've been here for a while, you may know what day it is. But in case you are new here, welcome to the Megan Moose channel. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we do a live stream where we talk about some type of theme park topic or ways to help you make the most of your theme park vacations. And I am excited because tonight we are going to be talking about our favorite things to do when visiting Disney Springs. So if you've been around here for a little bit, you know that we've been doing a series of going through all of the different Disney World parks. And now we're going to go to Disney World and we're talking about our favorite things to do when we're at Disney World. So we're finishing off the series. We're including Disney Springs into the mix. And I'm excited tonight to share some of my favorite things, but also hear some of your favorite things that you enjoy doing at Disney Springs. But I also like this because if it's your first time going to Disney World, or if you've never been before and you're looking for things to do, this can kind of give you some ideas and spark some interest whenever you're going to the park. So thank you so much for being here. As we're getting into it, if you are new here, feel free to subscribe to join these streams with us every Wednesday. Also, feel free to give the video a like, and we do have a Patreon membership. I have it tagged in the chat. So if you guys are interested in taking a look at that, feel free to check out the link. So with that, I'm going to say hi to everybody that is here in the chat. We've got an Obsessed Rangers fan. Hey, how you doing there? Feel free to say hi when you guys hop in. We've got Kitty Kathy. Hello. I'm excited to chat about today's topic, and I'm glad you're excited too. And we're doing well today. So yeah, it's been pretty good. The weather's been pretty nice. I think it rained a little bit this morning, but other than that, everything's been pretty good here. So I hope you guys are having a good day. And yes, thank you for being here, an Obsessed Rangers fan. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in today. We have a couple of announcements going into the stream. I mentioned last week how we are getting back into the long form videos. So if you usually watch here on the live stream, maybe you aren't familiar with our long form videos, but we do have them here on the channel. We do long, short, and live stream versions of content. So we've got a couple of new long form videos out that if you want to check out, you might be interested in. We have a Disney Essentials video that came out earlier this week. We just posted a Hershey Park 5 things to know before you visit video today, and a Universal Orlando summer tips video. So if you're going to theme parks this summer or the Orlando theme parks, those might be videos that interest you. We've also got another friend here. So hey, Disney Dispenser, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good evening and good seeing you. Thank you for hopping in and saying hi. All right, so as we go through the stream tonight, feel free to put your favorite things that you like to do at Disney Springs in the chat. We'd love to chat with you about those, but I have a couple of things that I will chat about, but I want to hear what you guys have to say too. So thank you so much, Kitty Kathy, for the support on the long form videos. It really means so much, and I love seeing your comments. So thank you, and I hope we can get you a visit to Hershey Park because you need to visit. All right, so we'll go ahead and start. So if you aren't familiar with what Disney Springs is too, I should say that as well. Disney Springs is something that is completely free that you can do at Disney World. That is very rare at the Disney parks, but Disney Springs is Disney World's shopping and dining area. So they have free parking if you're driving your car there. They have a lot of places that you can go to eat. There's a lot of shopping that you can do too. And I really like it because it's a great thing to do when you're on your vacation if you're looking for a break from the theme parks, or you just want a day that's less expensive or just a more chill day. You can take a bus to Disney Springs. You can drive to Disney Springs. And there's a lot that you can get yourself into, which I'm excited to chat about tonight and hear what you guys have to say. So the first thing that I like to do is go shopping at the Disney stores. So they have a lot of stores at Disney Springs. They have some stores that are not Disney affiliated. They may have some Disney collections, but they're not necessarily Disney affiliated. But they do have Disney stores. They have a couple of them sprinkled around Disney Springs. Some of my favorites are the World of Disney store. That is a ginormous store of just all Disney souvenirs. They have stuffed animals, ears, shirts, lounge flies, a little bit of everything, jewelry. I love going in there and just taking a look at all of the Disney merch that they have. It can be very dangerous, I will say that, but they have almost every collection in there that you would want to look for whenever going to Disney World. And like I said, it's a great place to go if you want to get some souvenirs to bring home. Another thing that I really like is the Disney Style store. They have really cute merch there. They have cute like shirts, um, bottoms. They have cute ears, lounge flies, and they also have the co-op store. Is more of like a home decor store, and they also have a dress shop in there. So there's a ton of different Disney stores at Disney Springs. I love going in all of them and just seeing the different collections that they have. It's kind of nice every time you go, there might be something different. And usually you can find most of the things that you find at Disney Springs, you can also find at the parks, but it's nice that you don't have to necessarily get them in the parks. You can get them at Disney Springs, so it's easier to kind of carry around and plan that way. But I love shopping at the Disney stores. The second thing that I like to do, we're kind of going out of order as far as like eating and shopping and everything. But the second thing I like to do is I like to eat at Chicken Guy. If you ever heard of it before, they have a location down at Disney Springs, and it is so good. I love their chicken sandwiches. I think it's the Sauce Boss sandwich is the one that I usually get, and they have amazing fries too. So that is one of my favorite places to eat at Disney Springs. It is more of like a fast food, quick service type option. It's not a sit down meal. But it is relatively inexpensive compared to other things that you'll find at Disney Springs. A lot of the sit down restaurants are a little bit more expensive. So that's why I like Chicken Guy, because it's on the cheaper side. If you're going with your family or kids, there's a lot more inexpensive options. But those Sauce Boss sandwiches are just so good. I absolutely love them. So I recommend eating at Chicken Guy if you're looking for a place to go at Disney Springs. They also have really good mac and cheese. And I think they have salads and things like that. There's other places that I've been told to try. Earl of Sandwich, I've heard really good things about. We have not tried it yet because I don't like to stray from the path of my Chicken Guy. But I've also eaten at Polite Pig, which is kind of down from Chicken Guy a little bit. And we really liked the Polite Pig too. So that's kind of like barbecue, and they have different barbecue options. So that was good, but Chicken Guy is still my favorite place to go as far as like fast food options at Disney Springs. Good question, Kitty Cathy. Is there a price difference in stores at Disney Springs versus in stores in the parks? I asked because sadly I've not been to Disney Springs yet. It's on the list. It's on the list. So I don't think that there is a price difference from Disney Springs and Disney World. I think they're all pretty much the same price, which is nice. That's why I like, if I know I want to get something at Disney World, I'll usually try to get it at Disney Springs, because then it's just easier to shop around. You don't have to carry it around the parks. The only thing that I've seen price difference wise is, for some reason, Shop Disney has been like upping their prices like $10 more than what it is inside of the parks. So I'm not sure why they're doing that. But as far as merch at Disney World goes, it seems like the prices are pretty similar between Disney World and Disney Springs. Now, I will say that if you're looking for like attraction specific merch, like say you wanted something Haunted Mansion themed or something Space Mountain themed, you might have a better chance finding that just in the parks, like at the gift shop by the attraction. I know like at Animal Kingdom, for example, at the Expedition Everest ride, they have a ton of Yeti merch, and the Yeti merch is really just at Animal Kingdom at the Expedition Everest ride, and I haven't seen it like anywhere else. So if you're looking for like park and attraction specific things, it might just be in the parks. But as far as like their main collections, you can usually find them in both places. Let's see. Yes, we love Chicken Guy. I love it so much. Hey Doofs, thanks for being here. No problem. Glad you're here. Okay, well, Doofs are shoppers too. So let's see. You found the 5-pack of mystery pins are $35 in the park and $40 at Disney Springs. So wait, maybe you're saying, but not on everything, just price around. So that's interesting, Doofs. I wonder, where did you find the pins in the park? Did you just go to like the pin store maybe? And then that's interesting so I stand corrected. I guess there are price differences. In the past, I haven't seen too many, but I also don't usually shop for pins. So maybe it depends on what you're shopping for, or if they run deals or discounts or something randomly. But I did not realize that. So thank you, Deuce, for sharing that info. I wish there was like a way that you could tell like you could see what the prices would be, but like they have the mobile ordering or the mobile like checkout option on the My Disney Experience app, but I don't think that you can really like shop through it to know what the prices will be. So sorry, I maybe led you a little astray there, Kitty Kathy. But good to know. So thank you, Deuce. I appreciate it. We were just talking about Chicken Guy, and I did mention that Earl of Sandwich is a place that we need to eat, but we have not eaten that yet. So let's see, what else do we have? The third thing that I like to do that I have not yet, I do want to, here, let me get to Deuce before we hop through. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I remember, so the Whimsical Waffles and the Jared, I'm not going to say his last name because I'm going to botch it up. 5-pack mystery pins. These prices shocked us on the last trip. So interesting. Okay, so those are 2 like pin packs that they went for. So interesting. I had no idea. So there you go. But Kitty Kathy, let's see what you had to say. We could probably split up the group and have one part of the group in Disney Springs, and then we could call it, yes, there you go, the person in the park to compare prices. That would be a good idea. That could definitely do it. We could divide and conquer for sure. So I don't know though, like I wonder if you bought something at Disney's, well, I guess if you bought something in the park, I think Doof said it was cheaper in the park. So I guess if you got in the park, that's nice. But I was going to say, like, if you got in the park, it was more expensive. If you could return it at Disney Springs, I don't know how that works really. But yeah, that's too bad about the price changes there. Yeah, Deuce. So Chicken Guy is yummy. Yeah, on the expensive sauces. That's why I like getting the Sauce Boss sandwich because it comes with the sauces. But I'm sure they probably like work that into the price somehow and stuff. But Deuce, if you have any favorite things that you like to do at Disney Springs, feel free to put them in the chat. Kitty Kathy here has not been yet, so we need to tell her some things that she needs to do whenever she goes down. But the third thing I was getting at is I have never ridden on one of these amphicars, but at Disney Springs, there's like a little lagoon that surrounds Disney Springs, and they have these little amphicars, which are like little water cars that they drive on land, but they're also like little boats, and you can take a little tour around the lagoon, which is really cool. I think it's, I did price it out the one time. I can't remember if it's like $100 for an hour, but you can sit up to like 4 people. But either way, I've not done it yet, but I really like going to the Boathouse. It's the restaurant that is right beside where you take off. And I absolutely love going and just like watching the sunset, watching the amphicars around the little lagoon. I think it's so fun. It's also fun to see them like go in and out of the water. Seeing them splash in is really fun. So if you are just walking around Disney Springs and you go near the Boathouse, it's really cool to see the amphicars and just kind of look at them, enjoy the sunset. They also have like this little boat exhibit, different boats that are behind the Boathouse that you can walk along too. So I highly recommend going and just checking that out. It's just a fun little thing that you can do. And of course you can ride in the amphicar. So if that's something that you want to do, you can like pay to do that. It is a paid thing, which I think is neat. It would be cool to do. They also have the aerophile. I don't think I included this in my list, but it's like this ginormous hot air balloon that is tethered, and you can go up and get a good view of the surrounding Orlando area and all of Disney World, which is really cool. I'd like to do that as well. That one's a little bit cheaper than the amphicars. I think it's maybe $25 a person to do that, but those are 2 kind of like extra things that you can do at Disney Springs that I think is fun. Hi there, Stephanie. How are you doing tonight? So this is going to be a good question for the Doofs. Do you know if Disney Springs would be included in the Disney dining plan? I honestly do not. I was just talking about this the other day. I have not personally ever used the dining plan before, so I don't know if it's something that would be included. But let me see just real quick if the Doofs said anything. I don't think they've said anything yet, but or if anybody else knows if it's included in the dining plan. I am not sure. I'm going to wait to see if we get any other comments because I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. But I know that Disney has a lot of info like on their site. So maybe you could look up and see if that is something that's included. If it was included, I would assume it would be included. I don't know if it would be or not, because I don't know that there's any like just Disney restaurants at Disney Springs. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm sorry, I don't have okay, wait, Deuce, good. Okay, yes, 100% able to use the dining plan. So there you go. Thank you, Deuce. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to study up on this dining plan. I'm going to do a video of the perspective of somebody who's never used it before, so stay tuned for that. But thank you, Deuce. I appreciate that. Let's see. What are the hours that Disney Springs are open? Is it like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. type deal? Does it depend on the restaurant or not hours? So that is a good question. Let me go ahead. I'm going to just pull up the My Disney Experience app here right now. Usually I think it's like 10 a.m. It opens later in the morning, at least from what I've seen. Usually it's like 10 a.m. to like 10 p.m. Right tonight, it is open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So the whole place opens at the same time. So I don't know if like the certain stores are the same hours. I would assume that they are. But as far as like the complex goes, it's only open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So that's on tonight. Let me just see what a Saturday would look like. So on this Saturday, it's 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. So the whole place is kind of open at the same time. So you can't just walk around the Disney Springs whenever it's not open. But that is a good thing to note. So that way you can kind of plan ahead of time. You do have to go through security to get into Disney Springs as well. And as I mentioned, there is free parking there, which is always a bonus. Deuce, this might be are these your things you like to do? You like to go to the Pin Traders? Yes, the Co-op, World of Disney. Oh, in food, I have not tried Everglazed or Splitsville. I would like to try Splitsville because I really want to go bowling there. There's a bowling alley in there, guys. It's so fun. I know you guys are commenting here, and I'm sorry that I'm running behind on them. Doofs are saying to stay away from STK hamburgers. The menu says fresh patties, but they're totally frozen cardboard patties, expensive and gross. This is good to know. Doofs. The one place that I thought would be cool, and I think Kitty Cathy mentioned here too, I really would like to try Homecoming. I have not tried it yet. I've heard really good things. I don't know how it is price-wise, but I have heard good things about it. And I think the portions are pretty good size. Doofs, you're saying Jock Lindsay is pricey, but lots of fun stuff to look at and some good food. I would like to go in like the speakeasy that they have there. I've not even been in Jock Lindsay's before, but that would be a cool place to visit. Okay, so I'm assuming this is about the dining plan. It's usable on all Disney properties. So thank you for that, Doofs. And I hope that was helpful. Stephanie, thank you for the question. Okay, yes. So Doofs are going to be working on a video that is about the dining plan too. That is from the perspective of somebody who has used it multiple times. So we're going to have to like compare videos. So we'll have to let you guys know when both videos are out. I think that'll be an interesting kind of mix there. And then maybe we'll do a live about it or something. Let's see, Doofs. If you have a reservation somewhere or a movie runs late, you're all good. Okay, so if I guess kind of as long as maybe you're in Disney Springs, that you're able to be in there and you're good with like reservations and movies and stuff. So maybe like as long as you're in, you can be in, but then once it closes, you can't get back in or something. Okay, so Homecoming is awesome. I've heard such good things, Doofs. The next time we go to Disney, I really want to eat at Homecoming at Disney Springs. We didn't go to Disney Springs our last trip. We had a lot going on. But another place I want to go is in Magic Kingdom. That's unrelated from this live stream. But Doofs, I want to go to Skipper's Canteen. I think that's on the list. Portions are huge. I've heard good things about the portions too. So, hey, Emily, hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you for hopping in. We're talking Disney Springs. So let us know what you enjoyed at Disney Springs. Doofs, also Homecoming, they have, a refillable drink you can purchase. I don't think I knew about that. So that's pretty cool. Would you say the refillable drink was worth it? And was it a lot of money? Or was it pretty good price for what it was? I would want to try their fried chicken is probably what I would go for. I think that's like one of their most popular things. They have a review that you totally never posted. Yeah, I think you have a couple of reviews that need posted. Because we did Sebastian's Bistro together. I'm trying to remember if you posted that one or not. But I get it. It can be a lot there's still a lot of like short form stuff that I need to post from our past Disney trips. So, oh yeah, Raglan Road. I have not been in there before. There's a lot of places at Disney Springs I need to eat at and have to try. But they have like the Irish dancers and stuff there and the live music. They have a lot of live music a lot of the times. So I'm glad you could go there, Emily. I remember you wanting to do that. So I'm glad you could check that out. And I will have to next time too. Yes, so Kitty Cathy, so Disney Springs has restaurant, shopping, a movie theater. Is that right? Yes. So they have I'm trying to think of any extra stuff they have. They have that movie theater, they have a Cirque du Soleil tent. So you can go and see. It's a show called Drawn to Life. I've not seen it, but I've heard good things about it. There's like a little splash pad there. There's a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. I don't think it's open yet though. I think it's open in the park, but I don't know that it's open at Disney Springs. Let's see what other like extra stuff. They have a Lego store. They have a Columbia store. Kate Spade, Vera Bradley. I think those are some of my things that I like to do. I'm trying to think of. They have a T-Rex cafe, a Rainforest cafe. But as far as other things go, they have like a little train and like carousel, but it's mainly for kids that they can ride, so they don't have a ton of like rides. So it is a lot more entertainment and like shopping and restaurant type things. I think that's all, at least off the top of my mind, that I can remember. They do have a map like on it's either on the My Disney Experience app or just online. You can look at the map or like the layout of Disney Springs. I also was going to say I need to tag it probably in the comments after I get done with the video here, but I do have a Disney Springs review video. So I should have put that in the little like pin comment in the chat, but I'll tag it in the comments after this video. But yeah, good question, Kitty Cathy. I hope that cleared that up. Oh, Deuce, it's a refillable sipper you can bring back. And Raglan Road has fantastic exclusive bread pudding. Yummo. I know you guys love that bread pudding. That's awesome. See, this is all very helpful. Thank you guys. Let's see. Oh, okay, Deuce. They know a lot about their Joffreys. Beware, Joffrey's locations. There are 2 at Disney Springs, but only visit the one near Gideon's. The one on old downtown Disney side is terrible. So this is good to know. Is that the actual like store of Joffrey's? Do they have like a booth and then a store? I only know of like the Joffrey's store. I didn't know that there were even 2 locations at Disney Springs. I only know of like the store one. So good to know. So there you go, guys. If you are Joffrey's fans or you need to get your coffee at Disney Springs, listen to the Doofs here. They do have a Starbucks too, a quite large Starbucks at Disney Springs. They have an M&M store. What other stores do they have? I think I said Lego store. I'm going to put up my little banners here so that way, because we were talking about some of them. They have a Vera Bradley store. The reason why I like visiting Vera Bradley at Disney Springs is because they always have their Disney collections, and I love going to look at their Disney collections. It's so fun. They always do like a big like launch party type thing whenever they're doing a new Disney collection. So I love going to check that out anytime we go. Doofs are saying they're both in front of World of Disney. The store, the booth is in front of World of Disney. The store is near Gideon's. Gotcha. So go to the store, I think is what we're being told. The other place I like to visit is Basin. If you guys haven't heard of it, it's like this really fancy Bath and Body Works that they have at Disney Springs, for lack of better explanation. But my sisters and I love to go to honestly, just for the samples. It's really fun. They have this little sink there and you can wash your hands. They have the best whipped soap scrub. I absolutely love it. We go in every time just to wash our hands, to look around. They have really fun bath bombs. Their soaps are really cool. They have, I think, like chapsticks and stuff, but we really enjoy going in there. They also have one in the Grand Floridian that we always go in whenever we're doing some resort hopping, but I love Basin. It's right, if I'm remembering my layout, it's it's either right beside the World of Disney store, or I can't remember. I think it's right on the other side of the World of Disney store. But yeah, check out Basin. It is so fun. Their products are a little bit more expensive, but if anything, go in for the samples. We love the samples. Okay, I'm going to go to the other stores that we have. Okay, Kate Spade is another store that they have. I love the Kate Spade store for the same reason. I like going to look at the Disney stuff that they have. I've never purchased anything from the Kate Spade store. Usually we just go to the outlets, honestly. But if anything, I like going to get an idea of what may eventually end up at the outlet store. But I like going into the Kate Spade store anyway. And they're like, you can't, if you're an annual pass holder, maybe if you have the Disney Visa card, I don't want to, I'll just throw that out there. Maybe if you have the Disney Visa card, you can get discounts. But I know as far as annual pass holders go, they're usually kind of weird with their discounts. You can either only use discounts on Disney collections, or you can only use Disney or the annual pass discount on non-Disney collections. Sometimes stores are weird about it. So always ask if there's a discount that you can take advantage of whenever you're at Disney Springs. Yes, we love Vera Bradley. I love it so much. They even have this like personal embroidery area where you can embroider your stuff. You can get a castle on it, your what is it, your initials or your, I can't remember what the fancy terms are, but you can get those embroidered. Hey Janelle, how are you doing? Okay, so I am right. So I'm like trying to think in my mind, like, where is it at? Oh, interesting. Basin at Epcot gives 30% off only when it rains during the Flower and Garden Festival. I had no idea. That is so cool. I would totally get the like little Orange Bird soap pump thing. They do have really fun soap there. I love it. And yeah, we love the samples. So that is good to know. Thank you, Janelle. I had no idea. Monogram. Yes, thank you. Monogram is what I was trying to go for. Thank you, Kitty Kathy. It's hard. Like I was talking to my family the other day about doing the lives here and stuff. I love the lives, but it is really hard thinking off the top of your head and then trying to remember everything else you're trying to say. So I appreciate you guys picking up for me here. What other stores do we have? Oh, the other store I like to visit is the Christmas shop. This is at like the back of Disney Springs near the Rainforest Cafe. I love going in the Christmas shop no matter what time of year it is. It's always fun to go in and look at all of the ornaments. It gets you excited for the holidays. They have like this little photo spot where you can take a picture for like your Christmas card. And yeah, if you are looking for souvenirs too, this is another fun place to go. Or I know a lot of people like to go and get ornaments for like to remember their trips by to put on the tree. So you could always go there to get ornaments to remember your trip by. They do have like cast members that also detail and like customize some of the ornaments. So that's another thing you can do. But I always like going back there no matter what time of year. It always gets me excited for the holidays. And they always have a ton of good Christmas stuff in there. So I love the Christmas shop. And it's like in the very far back of Disney Springs. So you kind of have to walk to it depending on what parking garage you go to. But yeah, I love going there. Let's see, another thing. We did talk about Rainforest Cafe. So I've eaten there before. I think their food's all right. It's not the first place I'd eat when going to Disney Springs, but if anything, I do like walking in there. They have a really big gift shop, and it's also just really cool to see all of the animatronic animals that are inside and kind of just get the atmosphere, and the vibe is really cool. They do have a bar too, so I think you could probably go and just drink at the bar if you wanted to, or you could eat there, of course, too. I know families love to go and eat there with their kids. But a pro tip, if you're thinking of going to the Rainforest Cafe, go to Sam's Club ahead of time and get a Landry's discounted gift card. This can help you save a little bit of money on your dining there, because since they are a Landry's owned restaurant, they do accept the Landry's gift card. So I've seen ones, it's like $100 gift card for $80 at Sam's Club or something. So you can go ahead and check that out and save some money if you have a Sam's Club membership. Okay, so Doofs are talking about the refillable squeeze bottle for $23, $10 soda, and the new bottle comes with one of their signature moonshine mixes. And moonshine refills are $15, but soda pop refills are free. Oh, that's pretty cool, Doofs. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've heard about their moonshine. I think I saw a vlog of somebody doing that. So yeah, we're gonna have to go next time we go down to Disney Springs. I have never been before, so I need to. But thank you, Doofs, for looking up that info about that. I appreciate it. Let's see. And you can just step in and get a free refill and leave. Okay, is the refillable bottle, is it pretty cool looking? Like, is it like a souvenir cup, or is it kind of plain? I'll have to look up a video or a picture of what it looks like. Oh yeah, Rainforest, and yes, has a big gift shop for sure. There's a lot of good like finds that you can find in the gift shop. And there's Tracy the tree. She's like this talking tree inside of the Rainforest Cafe, which is kind of cool to check out. So make sure you see her. I made a video about her a while ago, and people were saying they had no idea that she was even there. So you might miss her if you're there. Thank you, Deuce. Yeah, so $100 gift card, and you buy it for $80 at Sam's. I may have worded that wrong. Deuce have posted a link in the chat. Let me see if that's something that I can look at. What's another thing? Oh, here. Oh, these are really cool. Okay, here's the refillable squeeze bottles, you guys. Wait, I hope. Okay, yeah. So you can see them. Wait, those are actually kind of cool. I think those are pretty neat. So, okay, Chef. Oh, it says Chef's Art Smiths on this one. That's the name of the restaurant. So that's neat. I had no idea they had these. Get Your Shine On, the bootlegger. That's so cool. Thank you, Deuce, for sharing this. And we've got Sunshine State of Mind, Homecoming, Orlando, Florida. Look how cool. So those are actually pretty neat. I love souvenir stuff. I mean, obviously you guys can tell, but that's pretty cool. I had no idea they had those at Disney Springs. So, oh yeah, they have a bunch of different ones. So that's pretty cool. Something good to know about. All right, let's see what else. Kitty Cathy. Went to the Rainforest Cafe years ago in Las Vegas. Thought it was so cool. I just know it's not up to animatronics that Disney has, but I thought it was neat there. Yes, we liked it whenever we went. It's been a while since I've gone to Rainforest Cafe. It also might have been because I got some weird sandwich and it ended up just being lunch meat. So it probably depends on what you get. They do have this ginormous lava cake that you can get, which is really cool. But they also have a Rainforest Cafe outside of Animal Kingdom too. So you could always go to the one that's at Animal Kingdom as well after your Animal Kingdom day. But yeah, I'm glad you're able to go, Kitty Cathy. It is a pretty cool place. And yeah, the bottles are super cool. I really like that. I think the squeeze bottles, they change seasonally. Okay, well, so it might change based on whenever you go. That's pretty cool. So thank you, Deuce, for bringing that up. See, like I said, we learn something new every stream, which I really enjoy. Okay, we talked. I think we got most things. Oh, there's two things we did not get to. Okay, the sixth thing that I like to do is they actually have a PhotoPass shop or PhotoPass studio at Disney Springs. So it's behind Basin, I think, is where it's located, if I'm remembering on top of my head. But it is this whole little studio where you can get your PhotoPass pictures taken. There's like 2 spots that you can get your picture taken, and they have these backdrops where some of them I think is like a plain backdrop. You can just get a kind of like a portrait photo, and then the other one they overlay like backgrounds behind you. So we've had like Christmas backgrounds. We've got the Encanto house behind us. So it is a cute little thing if you're looking for a place that has the PhotoPass at Disney Springs. They do have a full studio. You can just get your park ticket or your Magic Band scan, and it'll go to your My Disney Experience app. So if you do have the PhotoPass system whenever you're going to Disney World, you can include it at Disney Springs, which I think is pretty nice. And okay, thank you, Deuce, for this. It's attached to the co-op behind Ghirardelli. Okay, that is where, and Ghirardelli, I forgot to add that to my list. Yeah, okay, so it's behind Ghirardelli. Thank you, Deuce. So now you know where it's at and where to go. It's kind of like hidden and tucked away a little bit. So you might not see it if you didn't know it was there, but now you do. And yes, so as far as dessert goes at Disney Springs, we love going to the Ghirardelli factory to get the what is it called? I think it's the Landing Sundae. It's so good. It's a brownie caramel sea salt sundae. It is so good. Their sundaes and ice cream is way more expensive than what you would find anywhere else, but it is a special little thing we like to do when we're at Disney Springs. Usually Mom and I will share the sundae together. We absolutely love it. We got one at Disneyland too, and it was so good. But yeah, we recommend their stuff. It is so good, but it is expensive. But you can get your pass holder discount. It does apply on their stuff. So absolutely love it for sure. And it is busy at times too, so kind of watch whenever you go. And it can be hard to find a place to sit. So what we like to do is I'll either order and mom will find a place to sit or vice versa. So just something to know ahead of time. But okay, so do so Ghirardelli and or Ghirardelli. I think it's Ghirardelli, and in my video everybody was like it's not Ghirardelli, so I'm sorry if anybody is upset with how I'm saying it. But and then Everglaze. I've still not been to Everglaze. I've seen that like donut burger so many times and I'm intrigued, but I don't know how it is. So I'll have to try it next time, Deuce. Let's see. Kitty Cathy. Is that Ghirardelli a place where you could do a sit down ice cream sundae type deal? Again, they had one of those in Vegas, and I thought this is like I died and went to heaven. Yes, so it is totally like that. They have like indoor seating, and then they also have outdoor seating. So we usually just end up sitting outside. It's just how it usually works out. But yeah, we'll usually get our ice cream, sit down, do some people watching, which is really fun. And their portions are pretty large, I guess, for what you get. So, but we absolutely love the sundaes there. They are so good. So yeah, if you go, know that they're there and you could get it, Kitty Cathy. So it sounds like a lot of things that you were able to experience in Vegas, you'll be able to do at Disney Springs too. We have had the salt and straw in Disneyland. I will say that I thought this salt and straw at Disneyland was better than at Disney World, but that could just be, I don't know, a personal preference thing. But as far as ice cream goes, we usually like going to Ghirardelli rather than salt and straw, but that's just personal preference. You can do samples at salt and straw too, which is kind of a perk as well. Let's see. Then there's Gideon's Sundown Special Cookie. Gotta check what time sunset is. I did not even know they had a sundown special cookie. I had no idea they even had that, Deuce. I'm gonna have to look at that next time. Also, Ghirardelli has a great pass holder deal. You get one of their signature sundaes and a free large. Oh, that's right, they do. You get and you get a free. Where am I reading? You get one of their signature sundaes and a free large chocolate bar. So I know the pass holder deal has that. Also, when we stayed at the Wyndham, they had this little, since they're a Disney Springs hotel, Disney Springs area hotel, they did have like a little coupon book that you got, and they had that deal in there. So if you get the little coupon book, know that that deal's included. But if you're a pass holder, you get to do that. So I need to maybe take advantage of that sometime whenever we're down there. I usually just get the sundae with mom, but it's good to know for when I go on a solo trip, I might have to do that. Yeah, full on ice cream shop. Yes, they have so many flavors, which are all so good. And yeah, the chocolate shop is next door. Thank you, Deuce. That is right. So they are kind of separate, which is cool. Salt and straw. Yeah, I will say we got the ooey gooey brownie at Disneyland, and that was really good. We got it on a waffle cone. That was very good. But I tried it at Disney World in Disney Springs, and it was not the same effect. It didn't have the same effect on me. So kind of agree with you there, Deuce. And then the last thing I have as far as dessert goes, and if anybody else has any questions or comments about Disney Springs, feel free to put them in the chat. Or if you have any other things that you like to do that weren't mentioned, feel free to put them in the chat. But this is our last thing that I have at least to talk about. But as far as dessert options goes, one of probably the most popular places to get dessert is at Gideon's Bakehouse. These are ginormous, like they're very large cookies that you can get at Disney Springs. My favorite is the cookies and cream, or the Oreo, I can't remember what they name it, and the regular chocolate chip cookie. But they do, like every month or seasonally, they do specialty cookies. So it might just depend whenever you go what their specialty cookie is. But they have, I don't even know like what different types they have. They have an all chocolate one. They have so many different kinds. They're so good. I highly recommend going to check them out. I personally really like them. I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people think they're overhyped and things like that, but I personally really like them. Just know too, you have to sometimes enter in their virtual queue to actually get a spot in line. So usually during the week, it's not as busy that you can kind of just go in the line and then go in and actually purchase your cookies. But in the evening, and then on the weekends you have to enter into like a virtual queue to actually get into the store. So I've had it be that I've put my name in the queue and it's been 2 hours until they call me back. And then usually whenever you're waiting in line, it's usually like a half hour to get in and get your cookies. That's what my experience has been. Anytime I wait in line, it's always a half hour to get inside the building to get the cookies. So it is a lot for some cookies, but you do need to try them if you go to Disney Springs. Just kind of plan around that. Maybe when you get to Disney Springs, go straight to Gideon's and figure out what the situation is there, and then kind of go from there. They also have really good iced coffees. I got the I can't I don't even peanut butter. Everybody was telling me to get the peanut butter one, and it was very good. So I'll have to see. I think I don't know if I did a review video of that one. But yeah, I highly recommend Gideon's for sure. And Doofs, you might have some thoughts on that. Let me know what you think. As far as Salt and Straw goes, made the mistake of sampling the rose ice cream. My mouth tasted like perfume for no less than 4 hours. I tried the olive oil one because I was just very intrigued at like olive oil ice cream, and I think I kind of had the same effect. It was kind of like it stuck with me for a little bit, so I can imagine that rose would have a lingering effect. Oh my gosh, Kitty Cathy, yes. We know how much you like your chocolate based on your Hershey Park video. Yes. And right there with me. So I'm glad that I'm not alone. And mom is a huge chocolate person too. So yeah, we love our sweets over here. We will do dessert reviews all day, every day. We have to try dessert whenever we go anywhere. Absolutely. So yeah, you know me, Kitty Cathy. Okay, as far as Gideon's goes, Tia's favorite is the banana and the salted caramel. Yours is the sunset cookie and the coffee cake cookie. I've heard about the coffee cake cookie. I've also heard about the hot cookie hour where they actually have hot cookies and ice cream. I've never been there for it. Would like to one day to actually experience that. But the coffee cake cookie sounds really, really good. That sounds delicious. I didn't know about the sunset cookie though. So they have like a sunset cookie, and then Ghirardelli has sunset cookie. So man, there's all these cookies that I had no idea about. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't forget to collect the menu cards. At each box of cookies comes with a trading card. That is right. So like on the back, there's like a little menu, but on the front they have these little characters. So like the Doofs are saying, they're like trading cards that you can get, and you can collect them. It's a big thing. People like to collect them. I have a couple of them. I don't know where. I think they're probably with all my park maps and all of my other like paper souvenirs that I have. But yeah, usually they'll hand you like the menu whenever you're getting in line. And then I think so they have a separate little trading card too. So make sure you check that out whenever you go. Let's see. The cakes are terrible. 8 inches of icing and 1 inch of cake. I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to talk about the cakes. I think my mom got the chocolate cake before, and it really wasn't anything special like the Doofs are saying. That's personally what I thought. There was a lot of icing, and the cake kind of just tasted like box cake to me. It wasn't anything special, but the cookies are special. The cookies are worth talking about and worth getting. So I agree with you there, Doofs. You personally like more icing than cake. I love that. There was something else I wanted to mention as far as Disney Springs goes. Do know whenever you're at the parks, if you're thinking of park hopping and like going to Disney Springs, they don't have direct park to Disney Springs transportation, so they don't have like a Magic Kingdom bus that will get you to Disney Springs, but they do have resort transportation to Disney Springs. So if you're visiting the parks and you want to do some park hopping to Disney Springs, find a resort that is near your the park that you're at, and then take that transportation to get to Disney Springs. But also if you're just at your resort on Disney property, there is a bus that will take you directly to Disney Springs. They have a whole bus station. You of course can Uber or do the minivan, whatever you need. But so say you're at Magic Kingdom, I personally would go to like the Grand Floridian or the Contemporary and take a bus from there. From Epcot, probably go on the backside and go to the boardwalk, and you could use that to get you to Disney Springs. And then from Hollywood Studios, you would probably have to skyline over to like Caribbean Beach Resort. And then at Animal Kingdom, you probably have to take a bus to Animal Kingdom Lodge and then you could get there. So just so you know about that. Let me see. Oh yeah. The icing is the best part. Discouraged guests with using the free parking garages. Yeah, I get that for sure, Doofs. Let's see. How much walking would you say you do in Disney Springs? Is it is the biggest one of the Disney parks, or maybe half of that size? I would say you still do a good amount of walking. Like Disney Springs is still quite large. I don't know how to compare it. I don't know if it's as large as Animal Kingdom. It's probably not as large, but it's still pretty big. You still do a lot of walking. I would say you probably do half as much walking, I would think. Let's see. I'm going to just look up and just see how big is Disney Springs compared to the parks maybe and just get an idea from there. But I would say you still do a good amount of walking, just walking from store to store or all the restaurants. It is quite large, especially compared to like if you've been to downtown Disney and Disneyland, it is quite small. Disney Springs is a lot larger. So let me see. How big is Disney Springs compared to the parks? Let's just see if it's anywhere close. Or if we're able to even see. Fun fact, comparing the size of theme parks. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to tell me Disney Springs wise. Yeah, I'm not getting anything right off. But I would say you still, and it might help based on where you park. So I know there's like the orange garage and the lime garage. There's different garages and then there's like surface parking. One of the garages are good to park in if you're wanting to do dining, and then one of the garages are good to do if you want to do shopping. So if you kind of look at where you want to go and what garage you go to, it might help you figure out based on where you would need to walk to. But let me see what Doofs are saying here. Hello, William. Thank you for being here. We're talking Disney Springs. Let me know if you have ever been to Disney Springs before, or if you are visiting Disney World anytime soon. So Dukes are saying depending on which garage you park at, there could be a lot of walking. I would equate it to, so you would equate it to Magic Kingdom. Walk from the entrance to the hub, walk to the entrance, the hub to Tomorrowland, then walk the perimeter back to the entrance. But it also depends on how much back and forth you do. Sometimes we'll take 2 complete laps. So I agree with the doofs. Yeah, it probably depends on what you want to do. And yeah, I would still recommend wearing some good park shoes. I always wear my Croc wedges, but yeah, I'll usually still wear good park shoes. You could, of course, wear sandals or not as comfortable shoes as you would wear to the parks, but still would recommend wearing good shoes to do a lot of walking. Let's see. Says it's only 120 acres. I don't know how many. I need to look up what it is compared to the Disney parks. And yeah, lots of walking either way for sure. So yeah, I'd still plan on walking and stuff. Let's see. But it's like a maze, so there's a lot of backtracking. Yes, for sure. Like I know when we go, we'll usually, I can't remember. I usually park in the garage that is in between the Ron John and the Polite Pig. I think that's the lime garage, and the orange garage is over by the movie theater. So I'll usually park there because then I can walk down to Chicken Guy, but then also walk back and go to the World of Disney store and then kind of go around the circle there. So yeah, I think it would be worth it to look at the parking garages. The bus station is also in between the parking garages, so that can kind of split up too. It's kind of in between, so you could choose which way you wanted to go. Yeah, it definitely gets confusing for sure. They do have a map whenever you come down from the parking garage, there are Disney Springs maps that you can pick up. So I always like to pick one up just for a souvenir, but it's nice to have so that way you know kind of where you're going. And okay, so Doofs are lining up all of the acreage here for us. So Magic Kingdom is 107 acres. Hollywood Studios is 135 acres. Oh, wow. So Hollywood Studios is actually larger than Magic Kingdom. I don't think I would have thought that. I was looking too, I was comparing Hershey Park to the Disney parks, and Hershey Park itself is actually larger than Magic Kingdom, which I was really surprised by. Oh, Animal Kingdom, 108 acres. That sounds right, and I think it's quite larger because they take into consideration the safari, the size of safari. Oh, Doofs are saying Animal Kingdom is 300, so still quite large. Oh, Epcot is 300, which also makes sense. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's not, I guess you can take it at your own pace is what I'll say, K-Lady. So you can either or Kitty Cathy, you can either rush around, or you can take a relaxing day like shopping around and then getting a bite to eat and then getting some dessert. But I would still say it is, you're still doing a lot of walking, and yeah, you're not laying by the pool or doing a relaxing resort hop or something, but it still can be kind of relaxing because you can sleep in. There's no rush really to get there, and you can spend a lot of time there too. So, but yeah. Okay, where was Animal Kingdom is 580. Gotcha. So, wow, that is so crazy though. All the different sizes. Do we know what Disney Springs is? Let me see if I can look up Disney Springs acres. Let's just see. Oh, it's 120 acres. So what did we say Magic Kingdom was? Oh, dang. So wait, 120 acre complex. So there you go. So it's actually larger than Magic Kingdom. That's crazy. I would not have thought that. That's insane. So yeah, so I guess yeah, you do quite a good bit of walking there, Kitty Cathy. So and I'm gonna just bring up the Doofs here. Have our standard go-tos. We usually are in and out after our standard lap. We have gone in every store at one point, but you'll learn that most stores are like Rodeo Drive. So you never visit those. Yeah, there's some that I kind of have the ones kind of like I mentioned, the ones that I really like to go in, and then other ones that are kind of they're there and I haven't really gone before. So, but yeah, that is pretty much what our thoughts are on Disney Springs. I love going to Disney Springs for the food, but also just for like a little extra something to do on your Disney vacation. Like I said earlier, it is free. They do have free parking, and it's nice to take a break from the parks, even if you are doing some more walking, like we talked about. It is still a fun place to go, and I love all the shopping and the dining options and stuff. So, like I said earlier, I do have a review video that I should have pinned, but I will put it in the comments below. So after the stream here, whenever we can comment, I'll put a link to that. And then I'll also link some of the review videos of like Chicken Guy. I think I have a Gideon's one, and then some like World of Disney and other videos like that. So thank you guys for watching tonight. This completes our series on our favorite things to do at all of the Disney parks. And I really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too. And thank you for sharing your tips and things with me, because I learned a lot, and I hope that you learned a lot too throughout this series. So if you're visiting Disney World this summer, let me know if you have any questions or comments, and feel free to share with anyone that you might know that is going to Disney World this summer. We'd be happy to have them here and help them. So thank you if you're watching on the replay. And if you're new here, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe for next week's live stream. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about now. I've thought about doing like a Hershey Park live. I know not a lot of people necessarily on this live have been to Hershey Park, but would of course be happy to talk about that part too if you guys are looking for tips there. But let me know if you guys have any topics you'd like to chat about. But next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we will be here chatting about something. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Doofs. Thank you, Kitty Kathy, and everybody else that watched. I appreciate you guys being here, and have a great week. We'll see you guys in the next video or the next live stream. See you guys.